Bro, what the fuck, bro? I don't know why. Out of nowhere, my audio just disappeared. Like yesterday it worked, now it doesn't. Thank you for telling me that, though. I would have probably just streamed whole London without audio, but um, I j- how are you doing, bro? How are you doing today? We just took a London. Oh my god, I can't even make a short out of it. That's sad. We took an L early in London here. I just entered a bit too early, but it's all good though. How are you? Did you take any trades until now, or? Okay, gold ended up just melting, but this was just too risky to be taking too small R, I would say. So we're still waiting on that retracement. If we get it before taking Asian lows, that would be nice here. Let's see if Euro. Thank you, bro. Let's see if Euro comes here. I like that the move is retractive. Bo. Yeah, I should have probably been like you and I just took this bullshit ass trade. I mean, not bullshit, but it's just too risky. I feel like as a trader, it's very important to know when to sit on the bench. Even if your trades are valid, I feel like it's still important to know when to skip those trades. This can be a no-brainer here. Can be an easy no-brainer because of the consolidation formed around the hourly inverse. We do have slight resistance here, but I wouldn't really be worried too much about it. Because it's midnight resistance in a sense. But we're gonna see. Let's see what we got if we get that. Yeah, we have PPI today, I'm pretty sure. Or do we have more than PPI? Let me see. For me, it's fine. Oh yeah, we have PPI and unemployment claims and Trump, but it's still a decent day. The reason why I love scalping is because you can be taking your 10 pip move and be done for the day, bro. And no matter what news are, the market's pretty much always gonna print 10 pips. But yeah, gold is going like, this is what I hate about gold, bro. Gold just doesn't fucking retrace. Gold just fucking flies. Fucking flies. Interesting. I would be more down to be shorting here, but it still looks weird. But yeah, I need catching these like this one consistently. I gotta stop taking them. This was a bullshit trade pretty much, but it's all good though. Okay, it's a pretty good reaction here, but still risky with that FVG. But I think if we react now, we're pretty much gonna go. I want to see how this gap is forming. Well, still probably the more consistent decision is still waiting for that gap. It's just too likely to come back and sweep. I'm gonna take a small break. Pretty much this is the only realistic trade I would be waiting for. I don't know if gold will come back here, but even if it does, I don't know, it's just weird. AU definitely not gonna be trading. It's clear that it's lower probability. It's weird as fuck. We shouldn't have traded in the first place. But we're gonna wait on this high here to get swept, come into that 1 minute VG, and from here we can have easy targets lower. Again, here is what we gotta be slightly careful at, but overall in the long term I think we're gonna come below here towards this CPI area. This is the whole CPI area, and from there we have a chance of continuing. However, we can also hold from here. It does depend. I would still say we're probably more likely on holding lower because we inverse that hourly. We're gonna see, but I'm gonna take a small break, 5 minutes, place an alert here. This is realistic, the only trade we'll be waiting for. Take a nail unnecessary L, but it's all good. Sometimes it happens, even to the best of us. As long as we still keep consistency and focus, it's good. better now. We're respecting that low. It's good. We're building equal lows, which is gonna be pretty much our target. It's gonna be London lows, but we gonna see. Yeah, gold just doesn't give a shit. See Euro, AU. Definitely not a great idea because too much bearish momentum. It's not good to be trying to look at counter trades for no fucking reason. View is fucking weird, but a lot of resistance here. We definitely need to avoid this shit. I like this Euro trade. This is way better, but we have to see. Pretty confident. It's if we sweep, I'm pretty confident reaching those lows. It's gonna be a short scalp. You gonna see. So I like to see us come there before we sweep the low. Gold just doesn't give a shit, bro. That's what I hate about gold. Yeah, and you don't need a. It doesn't look like we're gonna have a trade today, but we're gonna watch. Would have really liked this, bro. That this would have been a very good trade here. If we would have swept this buy side here into that 15 AVG to look for shorts, which wasn't biased, the target is near low, and target more, that would have been absolutely fucking great. But sadly, we didn't get it. It's all good though. Probably will target this sell side right there, but pretty troll to trade Nasdaq and London, though we have this good inversion. Pretty much clear on being bearish because look, hourly AVG. Do I want to trade Nasdaq? Hourly AVG, I think this is an inverse, or yeah, an hourly AVG respected with another hourly AVG here. Which can be a good trade, but I'm not sure I want to be trading Nasdaq in London though. Because we have pretty much low resistance, we should be drawing here, but yeah, I don't know if we have volatility in London to do that shit right there. But we pretty much, this is definitely valid. We're being bearish on bias, and the reason why we'll be confident in reaching lower is because we have this hourly that is unmitigated. So unmitigated POI and untaken liquidity. It's just that I'm not sure I want to be taking trades in Nasdaq London though. This is pretty good though. Fuck, this looks pretty good. This can be a nice trade right there. 2.6. But yeah, I think trading Nasdaq in London is just too trolled. This doesn't take a lot of delivery to print this move, but it's just not. I don't want to do it. It's too gambly. I need data first. I need to see if it works first, or if you can actually trade Nasdaq in London. But most of the times it's not really indicated, and we still have relative buy side here. But Inversion looks good. We have 50-minute. We have this big ass consolidation. We have clear over the flow being bearish here, but and we have really clear drawn liquidity. But I don't know. We probably don't want to be trading Nasdaq in London. We have even these equal lows here now. Euro doesn't look like it's gonna retrace. Maybe it will, but now it just looks. Maybe now it will, but yeah, gold just left. Doesn't give a shit. AU the same. GU the same. They're pretty much they all kind of have a lot of momentum, so that's why we don't really have a lot of opportunities, at least for London today. Probably maybe reaching to buy side then go lower, but yeah, definitely not gonna be wanting to trade this. See, oh, are we getting such big volatility? See, if we imagine if we would have taken this shit right there, fuck out of here, we would have instantly been gone. Still waiting on this 1 minute gap to get retested though. I don't know if necessarily we will. We do have nice drawn liquidity, so this can be a really decent scalp. If we have like 3 pips stop loss, we can get a 2R real quick if we do retrace, but it doesn't look like we will though. It definitely doesn't look. Yeah, Nasdaq is definitely, we don't want to be forcing trades. We should have, this day should have been a no trade day. We did take that L on AUDUSD, which is fine as long as we learn and we don't make we don't make the same mistake next time. This is pretty much the only setup I'm realistically waiting for here. If we do retrace, but I'm really tired. I'll probably be ending this short. I'm just gonna wait for this. This is pretty much the only setup. Yes, with the take a loss, but it's all good. We can be stuck in the past like it happened, right? We gotta focus on consistency, always consistency in execution and consistency in making the best trades. That's what matters. Here I should have actually deleted the order because I had time to delete it. But yeah, we live and learn, bro. That's probably the best phrase for trading, as long as I don't really care about anything else rather than just consistency and execution at this point. So yeah, I'm gonna still probably just chill a bit. Yeah, just chill a bit, wait for this. If we get this, fine. We have nice equal lows, nice sweep on liquidity, and then we have nice POI. This is an hourly inverse that we can trade off. We can target way lower if we want to, but yeah, mainly London lows. If we get this, is the only, realistically the only real trade I'm looking for. It looks good because we have an hourly inversion or a 50-minute. Why is the zone so off? Yeah, hourly inversion, waiting on a retest, then we can look to target lower. A bit of resistance here, yes, but it's all good though. But it doesn't look like it's gonna retrace, and retracing after we take this drawn liquidity out, I'm not sure I want to be doing that. I'm not sure I want to be trading this, right? I want to see the sweep as we maintain this intact. If we don't, it's all good though. It doesn't look like a very high quality London. We just melted, but this would have been absolutely fucking great, bro. If we would have gotten this sweep here and trading off trend to target New York lows, it would have been fucking great to get the sweep here. Equal highs into a 50-minute VG would have been perfect, but sometimes we don't, cause we just held that 50-minute POI. That's why we didn't take liquidity, because we had one mitigation over the POI and second mitigation. That's why it didn't take the high. But yeah, unlucky sometimes. Yeah, price misaligns your setup. There's some small misalignments within your setup, which is fine. But yeah, that would have been probably the greatest opportunity. Imagine we would have gotten a sweep here. We'd like a, let's say, 4 pip stop loss. I usually have even smaller, like 3.5. Targeting that New York low, we would have gotten like 3R easily, bro, easily. That was the opportunity. That was the best opportunity for today though. But we could have even left runners for this to get inversed, and then yeah. But yeah, sometimes this happens. We just gotta be fine with it. And gold again, like gold just fucking goes, bro. I like this idea of shorting here, but no fucking retracement. This was it here. This was the only retracement gold made. A fucking 1 minute candle. This could have been, but I don't know if I would have wanted to chase price. My idea was generally New York. Yeah, we have really bad R. Had this 50 minute high resistance. I don't think we could have anticipated this big of a break though. But yeah, again, the idea got fucked here. Pretty much it would have been here if we get like an entry. See, we get 2R, we get proper R. We didn't get it. Again, misalignment with our setup. So that's all good though. I really like that we're still keeping that low intact, but it's very likely we're just gonna hold this gap lower, to be honest. This can be like, this 1 minute looks so good, you can even probably look at something like this, like just straight up limit execution, but definitely not gonna do that. Yeah, this is the only real opportunity I'm still looking at in London today. But we had two really good opportunities, which was gold and euro. Sadly, misaligned. Slightly iffy. And Geo, we definitely don't want to be trading Geo here. Geo looks, looks garbage. Pretty small chances. Like the chances of us inversing this, coming here, maintaining this intact, and then giving an entry, pretty small, but that's pretty much still the only thing we're waiting for. We need to know as traders when to sit on the bench. When to sit on the bench, when to not trade. Pretty much. When to sit on the bench, when to not trade. It's as important as having proper execution. To be honest, as important, it's a very important characteristic. Being patient, and even though generally I have 2 to 3 opportunities per day, and I usually have at least one opportunity in London, there are some days where you're not gonna have that. So we gotta be fine and not force trades. This was not a force trade, it was just a bad trade. Overall, because of 2 big red flag, too much chances of being bearish regardless of this, right? It just, yeah, it was risky. So this is what I'm gonna wait for. I'm just gonna go, I don't know, chill a bit. I don't want to sit on the charts and just watch these candles, to be honest. Sitting on the charts and watching this, not really fun. But yeah, still the only thing we're waiting for. Probably still gonna, like, considering the momentum we have, we're probably gonna sweep then go. This can also be a good counter trend trade, but realistically, no reason to be looking at buys. We need some other confluence. We need to be looking at this buy here. We need an hourly or some external liquidity getting taken, or we need some sort of POI like this. We don't have either of that. Pretty much we just have resistance. I wouldn't necessarily take trades like this though, but yeah, it's just better off to still look and trade off trend with trend. My bad. That's what we're gonna wait for until then. I'm just gonna chill. Probably like it's one more hour to the session that I'm really looking to trade. If we don't get it, we don't get it. I don't want to force any pretty much low probability trades. And today we have in New York, we really gotta be waiting for these news. PPI at 3:30. We gotta wait for them. Wait for kind of 30 minutes for the volatility to settle. Then we might have some opportunities. So we just making our plan. You have to be careful because PPI, it's a lot of times volatile. It's like CPI's brother, so that's why we gotta be careful. And tomorrow, what do we have tomorrow? Tomorrow, again, we have a lot of news. Even tomorrow we have a lot of news. We have 3:30 news and 5. Pretty much a lot of news. I do like to trade along these news, but we have this as well. I wouldn't really consider them as not tradable, because it's French and Italian, so yeah, I would still consider this a decent day to be trading. Let's see, maybe we actually get this trade. Again, this is our idea, pretty simple. Like the 2.5 CP stop loss, and we look to target this equal lows. That's it, if we get it. pretty much reached our target, so not looking like it's tradable. Even if it reaches buy some liquidity, I wouldn't really want to take this anymore. So Joe's well looks like a good short-term buy of this, but it's just a lot of resistance, and we don't have other confluences. We have this, but it does look decent, but it's a little weird though. this could have been definitely a trade here. This could have been definitely a trade off this external right here. This could have been a decent trade, but yeah. I don't really want to take any trades right now. I already took a loss for London, so I just prefer to wait. Could have been this inversion straight off the bat here and just take this. Would have been pre-grade R straight off the bat. Internal, which is this. And overall, we also have equal highs here. So yeah, I probably should have taken this though. We have, but we do have a 15-minute gap in our way. So yeah, this idea would have been until here definitely. So we would have got like a 2R almost. This is the retracement edge here, which is we take external, we target internal, we target untaken liquidity and mitigated POIs. I was thinking about this, but here we had a way more bearish momentum compared to GU, first of all. And we didn't have internal liquidity and external, yeah, we didn't have internal basically. Yeah, this would have been probably the opportunity for London today. Should have taken it, yes. Because I really like this liquidity here. Should have taken it like a 1.8 and that would have been done for the day pretty much. Yeah, the retracement edge here, should have taken it, but it's all good though. Euro reached our area, but I wouldn't look to targets outside here. This could have been also a decent trade, but this was the trade for today definitely. This was pretty much our trade, and we could have left runners towards this. General main take profit would have been here, and final would have been the highs. We didn't have a POI, but we had the external basically all we need. So yeah, this would have been the setup right here. We don't have a lot of bearish momentum here. We just are avoided. It's not like yeah, this could have been good. We're just anticipating the retracement. This is not even an edge present. It just looks weird, right? Didn't have eternal, this consolidation. We didn't pretty much have anything we wanted for the edge to play out here compared to GU. Yeah, this was the opportunity for London. Could have taken it, should have taken it, but it's all good though. This was a really nice retracement trade edge right here. External taken, target internal, and that was it. Like a 2R we would have gotten here easily. 2R on the high, we could have left runners towards final take profit, which is above this high, like a 4.5. But it's all good though. Sadly missed it. I don't know, I think I just came up with the mindset that I don't want to take any trades for London, even though yeah, this was definitely a good trade. Definitely a good trade. As I said, we're very likely still probably going to continue towards this equal highs here and Asian highs. We just have a lot of stack liquidity. And yeah, and now we're inversing this 50-minute, which is good. It's good. It pretty much means we're going to still continue higher. But yeah, this was the retracement trade idea. One of the edges I have, not the highest quality edges, but it's enough. Like, it's enough. You're getting like a 10 pip move, and pretty much consistently when you have this edge, you basically take external towards targeting internal equal highs. This is the edge, and plays out a lot of times. This plays out actually very consistently, but sadly I kind of tried the same thing on AU here, but it was way different because we had a massive sell side raid here. We had a lot of bearish momentum. On G we didn't have very structure, we were so bullish. That's why it works here. But yeah, if we hold this, we're probably gonna go higher and continue towards equal highs here. Not sure I want to chase though. This can be another trade, another scale in here, but we didn't really close above. But yeah, sadly this was it. I should have focused a bit more, but we're gonna pretty much take the rest of London off, and we're gonna focus on trading next session. We can also take this towards the highs. Now it's pretty clear that on the inversion we're reaching back into the highs, but I do want to see a bit more confluence on us closing, right? Unless see us hold above, then I'm gonna mark it. Until then, it's a bit too early. As I seen this pattern a lot on you actually starts off with an internal trade like this, a retracement trade. Then on the inversion, we hold the inversion and just continue higher off it. So that's generally what I want to see, but I do want to see some intent hold here for me to take this scale in which this is a normal edge, because we have the 50-minute confluence. We are still in the 50-minute confluence or 50-minute inversion, but yeah, we should be easy towards those highs, but I don't want to hurry my execution because we don't have the inversion complete yet. I would say it's still very likely to inverse, but we gotta wait and see. This is our take profit definitely. So take profit, this right here. That's what I'm waiting to see, a bit of initiation. Even though I want to enter, I do want to see us close above the 50-minute inverse, and then I'm gonna execute. Nice, that's good. Wait, let's wait for the candle closure. Remember, no matter if we sacrifice our, we need to wait for the candle closure. Pretty overextended entry, but it doesn't matter. 10 seconds, it's already leaving, but it's all good though. We get a 1-to-1 R. I'm gonna take it. We left off that. We don't need more. This looks like a breakaway. It looks like we're straight up gonna initiate. Should have taken this as well, but it's all good though. At this point, low resistance range, it should be pretty clear. On us reaching higher, we get like 1-to-1, 1 to something. We got not great fill here, like some, yeah, like a 1 point something R. But yeah, now that we close above the inverse, I'm pretty confident that we're actually still gonna hold higher because it's a very low resistant liquidity, equal highs. So we're gonna see. This is the last trade for London today, but it should be easy. I'm kind of sad I didn't get this, but it's all good though. Just gonna let it run. We're not gonna overthink it. We're gonna let it run. If it's a loss, it's a loss. If it's a win, it's a win. I think it's a good trade. Might have been a bit eager with the entry, but it's all good though. We get a 1 hour anyways, so that's all that really matters. Low resistance range, very balanced. Should be easy on reaching towards the high though. Overall, right? These equal highs. We can also target Asia, but it's around the same spot though. Sad that we didn't catch this, but it's all good. Or we could have even executed off this, anticipating the inversion, but it's still risky to anticipate the inversion instead of waiting for it to happen. Then, okay. Please don't tell me my PC crashed again, bro. Oh my god, I got so scared. I thought my PC crashed. Sometimes this happens, but yeah, this is our simple trade. We might be able to recover the loss from AUD USD today, and that's pretty much it. Very simple trade. Should easily work though, but you never know. I think we're gonna retrace towards this order block. Don't really see an area of resistance though. It's a consolidation, but it's still low resistance highs. I'm gonna see. I think we're gonna hold this. This is gonna be our POI, not the gap. Our entry, yeah, maybe we could have waited for the retracement, but yeah, we're gonna see. Could have probably gotten a way better entry if we were a bit more patient, but I really thought price is gonna just leave off this. Unlikely still to inverse. We still inverse the 50-minute. I still think we're gonna hold. We're gonna see, but yeah, we should have waited for the order block and take our entry here, because look, oh my god, it makes such a huge difference in R. It's crazy. I keep forgetting about this, that when you're scalping, bro, Like a proper entry matters way much, because look how big of a difference it makes from a 1R to a 2.5, because we entered a bit overextended and didn't wait for a proper entry. I'll say over long term it's better to wait for a good entry rather than just securing to be in the trade, right? This definitely would have been a good order block entry, but it is what it is. Now I really need to stop taking markets like this, because it's really affecting R very much. It's really hugely affecting R. Like from a 2.5 to a 1, it's huge fucking difference. And I know to take better entries, it's just that I don't know, I got a bit too used to markets. But yeah, I'm just gonna let it run at this point. I'm not gonna watch it. It's our last trade for London. If we get a dub, we get a dub. I think it's a good trade still. The entry's not great, but yeah, I need to stop taking these overextended entries. He might also inverse, but I still think it's gonna hold long term. If it's a loss, it's a loss. I think the trade is good. Because we did inverse and we did like had that reaction to confirm that we're taking that 50-minute inverse as support, and now we should just really hold higher, to be honest. But yeah, our entry, definitely we need to work on that. It's not that I don't know how to take good entries, but I've been marketing way more than lately. But yeah, I'm gonna let it be. We'll see. That order block should hold though. Our stop loss is pretty safe. Order block should hold high from there. still failed. Still failed somehow, but still was a good trade in my eyes. We should have held this order block higher. We had the 50-minute inversion. The only reason why I'm thinking we either might have just swept liquidity to come retrace, but again we had a 50-minute VG, so I don't know. I see this setup play out a lot of times. Now it just didn't. And yeah, it's fine. It's a fine loss, this one. So that's gonna be it for today. I'm gonna see you in New York. Maybe we still continue off just the sweep. Sometimes that shit can happen, but I wouldn't really